So today, we're playing a Berserker, and we have a coal stacking build with a stone golem. Our weapons are chase, 2 snow sticks, and a frostbite. Our plan, stack up in power, while slowing our opponents, and dealing some awesome damage. But hey, check it out, and let me know what you think of it. Okay, let's go and jump some rank games with a random character, and see who we're going to get today. So it looks like we're playing the big old Berserker. We do start off with a utility pouch. We got a big old banana, and Goober on sale with a broom. We're gonna be taking. I'm also gonna take that stone badge. Let's grab ourselves a stone too. And yeah, this is gonna be round 1. It shouldn't be too bad. We should have a bit of healing. We should be able to stack up a bit of block. I'm gonna save our 1 gold and let's go and move on. But our opponent got a ton of value being that finding with basket. It's super strong early because they got a lot of items on sale. And this frying pan is gonna be dealing an insane amount of DPS. Per frying pan in round 1. With our Gooberton, with our stone badge, and with our utility pouch, we should be able to survive till that fatigue. We should be able to outsurvive opponents. Because our only source of healing is that big old banana, and I completely lied. By the looks of it, our opponent is dealing quite a bit of damage. And yeah, unfortunately, we went falling short. Just pausing the video here very quickly, just to ask you to subscribe. It really helps me out. Thanks. Now let's get back to the video. Unfortunately, I'm going to grab our wooden sword. I am going to roll for right now. I'm going to grab the storage. I'm going to add in our banana down below, like so. I'm also going to increase the speed of our banana, or of our broom. But I do want to reserve this whetstone. Now, do we want to craft up a torch? I think we are going to. And we are going to move on once again. Our opponent is going to have a lot of damage with a spear and a broom. So we could be in a little bit of trouble. I want to say a little bit of trouble. I mean a lot of trouble. But can we bring it back with our life steal and with our heal from our Goobert? Once our battle rage ends, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble, that's for sure. But can we just out-race our opponents? Not too bad. And we got our stones. We could grab that double room. But actually, we could craft up a shepherd's crook, which I'm going to. I do want to grab a broom still though. So we'll grab it for now, and I'm going to roll once. If we want to grab more stones, and with that, I'm going to move on. And we'll see what I can do from here. Our opponent is rocking a hammer, big old banana type builds. But can we outsurvive opponents? So far, not looking too great. We do get a battle rage though. We are healing back up to pretty much full. And actually, shouldn't be too bad overall. Yeah, because we're inflicting that blinds, our opponent does have 4 regen, but with our Goobert in, it still should be smashing. And not too bad. And we got a shepherd's crook, which is kind of amazing. We do got a couple of options. We can take smelly wall, but I don't think we actually want to grab this. We can take heavy drinking, try to go for some potions. But I think we're just going to straight up take guard power. And we're going to grab some extra storage because we need to make use of this pretty darn badly. But yeah, I'm going to roll again. I mean, I'm going to want to grab this fanny pack also. But hey, this actually looks kind of awesome. I'm going to be moving on with this. With a shepherd's crook in, we should be able to get some weapon damage. And we should have a 40% chance to resist some blinds and some frost. So all in all, not too bad actually. So this opponent is going to be stacking up a lot of blinds on us. But we should be able to resist a lot of that blinds. Now they are still getting through, and that poison is stacking up. So unfortunately, we could still end up falling short. But smashing, we've managed to pull through, so not too bad. Now the thing is, I want to grab a Hungry Blade. We could craft up some stone skin potions. But I'm going to ignore it for now. Let's grab our fanny pack. And I do want to increase the speed of our guard power along with our big old banana. Now unfortunately, I'm going to keep out our Hunger Blade just for this round. Because our setup is looking pretty darn awesome the way it is. But we'll see, our opponent is rocking a frying pan. They do have heavy drinking. Good for us though, they don't have a potion. But they are going to have that spike shields. Which is going to be a lot of damage back to ourselves. But with guard power, the longer the fight goes on, the more we scale up our power and our regen. mean we're going to be healing for more, and we're going to have more weapon damage. So yeah, shouldn't be too bad overall. And smashing for sure. Now the thing is, that's a mana orb. We could literally go for a serpent staff. But call me crazy, I'm going to leave for now. Let's grab more funny packs, let's roll. You could go for blood goobers. But again, call me crazy, I'm going to keep rolling. I'm looking for a good old wonky snowman. I'm going to reserve this leather bag. And I'm going to move on once again. So unfortunately, I lied about putting in our Hunger Blade. We're still not going to place it in. We could remove a broom to add it in, and that might actually be better for us for sure. Because we will be able to stack up a lot of vampirism. It means though, we're going to be scaling up a lot of vampirism, and not a whole lot of empower. Our opponent does have tons and tons of healing with 2 health pots, but they don't have a whole lot of damage, and they are inflicting a lot of blind on us. But we do resist quite a bit with a Shepherd's Crook. So actually, this Shepherd's Crook doing a lot of work for us. And not too bad overall. Smashing even. So yeah, I want to grab the storage. I'm going to roll. And here we go. This is exactly what I'm looking for. So we're going to sell you. We're going to grab. And we're going to craft up a frostbite. And I also want to craft up a broom. Or a snow stick also. The problem is, with a Shepherd's Crook, we won't be able to fit in our weapons with our goobers. Although we could do something like this, and that might be okay. I'm also going to sell our torch too. We don't exactly want that anymore. I'm going to reserve this on David Hamlet. But actually, let's grab ourselves another broom, just in case we want to go for another snow stick. We are going to rock on with this setup for now. So with a guard power in, we should be able to stack up a crazy amount of regen for ourselves. I say regen, we're going to be turning that into vampirism, which shouldn't be too bad. And our opponent is going to have a lot of damage with the Molten Spear, Hunger Blade. They do have that Battle Rage too, giving themselves some lifesteal. But with our vampirism stacking up, we should be in a pretty decent spot. And so far, actually, we're turning the tide of the battle, so not too bad. And should be smashing overall. I said that fatigue is taking us down, and it's looking neck and neck. And we barely survived. Holy moly. Now we do have a choice mag. We got our snow stick, we got our frostbite, which is not going to be too bad. But hey, I kind of want to grab ourselves a Shaman mask. Now we could also grab ourselves a serpent staff. But hey, I'm going to be taking the Hawk rune, which should be pretty decent. I'm going to grab this too. What's going to be the Amethyst Steel, which is not super ideal. We're going to take it anyway. We could craft up a stone golem if we want to as well. I'm going to grab a broom. But yeah, I'm going to move on with this setup for now.
Okay.
And we'll see. We should be able to stack up a little bit of luck. And we'll see. 15% crit chance on a frostbite should be super, super smashing. We resist a lot of colds from our Shepherd's Crook, so it shouldn't be too bad overall. Unlucky for us, our opponent didn't reach that 10 heats, but they do resurrect, and unfortunately, not so lucky for us. We do end up falling short. But hey, let's grab our leather bag. We could grab a holy armor for Amethyst Steel, which at this point, we're going to sell this. I'm going to sell a stone or 2 to actually grab our holy armor. And again, I'm going to move on. So solar stone badge, so we can potentially craft up cheese goobers. Maybe we can go for our vampire goobers. We should be in a much, much better spot with our holy armor, cleansing a lots of poison as well. And I do want to craft up a moon armor, so we do have to keep an eye out for another mana orb. But so far, not looking too bad. Our opponents is running the cauldron. They're going to be stacking up a lot of heat though, countering the amount of frost we do put on our opponents. But lucky for us, they're running the mana orb. They don't have any scaling damage like a magic staff, but they are going to get a big burst with that mana orb, giving them a ton of buffs, being a ton of vampirism, which is kind of absurd, but it's looking way too close for comforts, and we barely survived. Holy moly. That was kind of crazy. Now, of all these options, I was looking for Power Moon. We didn't get it, but we did get ourselves Bagtacular. We do have a lot of leather bags, but we do also have fanny pack too. So I'm still going to grab our Bagtacular. Now actually, we are going to be crafting up a cheese cupboards. We're going to roll again. And I do want to grab ourselves this fanny pack too. I do want to grab this leather boots. And we are going to move on. Grabbing that leather boots is going to give us lots of frost reduction as well. So we shouldn't be able to inflict any frost back on ourselves. Well, maybe we need to craft up another set of boots too. But we'll see. We're going to begin double Excalibur with brass knuckles, which is kind of absurd because they're going to be using up a lot of mana. And unfortunately, it's looking like they're going to outpace us altogether. Yeah, unfortunately. We do want fallen short. We got our cheese goobers. Let's grab our boots. Now our boots needs to fit in like so. But I'm also going to grab a set of blueberries. I'm going to roll again. And here we go. Definitely want to craft up that moon armor. Also going to grab this protective little purse also. So that is going to be some block for us as well. But yeah, let's go and move on. Now I was really hoping to find some more runes because we can grab some elf runes, give us a bunch of max life. And also resist some debuffs. But shouldn't be too bad overall. Now our opponent is going to be cleansing a lot with a card as well. And they're dealing quite a bit of damage to us. And unfortunately we do want to fall short once again. Which is not so great. But we do have dragon skin boots, which should be amazing. I'm going to roll. We can grab ourselves Jin's lamp as well. It's a magic item, but it does cost quite a bit, so I'm going to leave it for now. That is a better run. I'm going to take, because that is going to decrease the amount of damage we do take during that battle edge. Now we definitely want to grab ourselves a wonky snowman, that's for sure, because I do want to craft up a second snow stick as well. Now we could just sell all our stones for it. That would mean we're going to give up on a stone golem. So unfortunately, I'm not going to. We're going to move on like this for now. And with our moon armor, we should have tons and tons of block. We should be able to get some power, increase in our weapon damage. We should be able to scale up some max life. We should be able to get some buffs. And we should be able to inflict a lot of colds. But our opponent does cleanse some of that debuff, which is not so great for us. But once we get our second snow stick in, we should be in a much, much better position. Unfortunately for us though, it's not looking good right now. So we do go down to our final life, which is pretty darn scary. Okay, let's grab a wonky snowman. Let's go ahead and craft you up into snow stick. Let's grab this bit of storage too. And we're going to be adding in our banana once again. Now, I kind of want this prismatic orb, but we're going to leave it for now. And we also want this heart container, but we're going to grab a bit of storage. And yeah, we're going to chance moving on. And we'll see. Now, our opponent is also running snow stick with a frostbite, but we should be able to resist a lot of frost. Our opponent also inflicts a lot back on themselves. So actually, this opponent is going to be countering themselves. Now we don't fully resist a lot of colds. We do have 60% in total frost resistance. But still, looking pretty darn awesome. And once we get our snow stick in, our second one, we should be in a super awesome spot overall. And let's go to all Q-Bird as well, but we definitely don't want Q-Birds. So for now, we are definitely going to be crafting up that stone golem. We're going to roll once. I'm going to reserve this fanny back, but let's go ahead and move on once again. And we'll see, now our opponent is going to be inflicting a lot of blinds with that lightsaber, which is going to be pretty bad for us, because we have to, on hits, inflict some frost. We stacked up a lot of luck, so we should have a lot of accuracy, and we should be able to inflict a lot of frost as well. With double snow sticks, we should be in a pretty decent spot to be turbo inflicting that frost. Our opponent does have invulnerability, but yeah, this is looking a hell of a lot better. We stacked up a lot of buffs. We do want to grab ourselves a mana orb once again, so we can get a big old mana burst bomb. But this is looking actually super smashing for us. And awesome. Now we got our stone golem, but I do want to grab ourselves the boots. I do want to grab ourselves a fanny pack also. I'm going to roll. And we could also grab a corrupted crystal for our armor, which I'm going to do. So that is going to be more block for us in general. Now the only thing is, with a guard power, we should be able to stack up a lot of regen so we can proc our stone golem. Potentially. we proc stone golem, we should be able to get a ton of armor. And yeah, once we craft up our next pair of boots, we should be able to resist a lot of frost. Like an absurd amount of frost. Our snow sticks should have no downside really. But we'll see. It's taken quite some time to scale up our regen, unfortunately. But we've got our armor. We should be able to stack up a lot of empower, dealing an insane amount of damage. But our opponent is surviving for quite some time. And actually, awesome. This turned out to be a super fun build, looking super scary there for some time. We do end up with a 54 DPS. With a lot of coals. Heal's not doing too bad actually. And as block, 390. But hey, we might as well try to continue on and see how crazy we can get. Because with more boots, means we're going to resist more frost. I'm going to roll. I'm going to roll again. And I do want to grab ourselves some kilograms. I'm going to roll again, and I do want to grab ourselves a badge rune because that is going to be some damage reduction during battle rage. Wonky snowman and some boots. We can have 100% frost resistance. But I'm going to leave for now. We are just going to move on. And let's see how we get on for this. So starting off with 2 regen means that our guard power doesn't have to stack up as much. And yeah, we shouldn't have no problem whatsoever. We're turbo inflicting a lot of colds. Our opponent is going to have a lot of vampirism with that blood turn. But so far, that's a big damage. Speaking of big damage, our opponent hit back. But overall, smashing actually. Let's grab ourselves some more snowballs. Let's roll again. We can grab ourselves some stone skin potions. But I'm going to ignore for now. And we can also grab ourselves a rogue potion. We can just grab ourselves more armor in general. I'm going to roll once. But hey, we could literally craft up a corrupted armor. Which might actually be awesome. But yeah, we're going to move on once again. And we'll see. We should be able to start off with a crazy amount of armor. 172. Actually not that crazy to be quite honest. And we should be able to get our regen stacked up a little bit easier. We do proc our stone golem, giving us a ton of empower. Giving us a ton of block. And actually, not looking too bad. For sure. Now, our opponent is inflicting a lot of poison on us, but shouldn't be too bad for us and smashing. Overall, looking pretty darn awesome. And we got our corrupted armor. Which now, if we do inflict some frost on us, we're going to be cleansing it and we're going to be inflicting on our opponent. So, not too bad. Now, we're going to take our Hawk Rune, getting some more crit chance on our Frostbite. We're definitely going to grab ourselves some blueberries. We're going to roll. And I definitely want to grab ourselves a stamina attack. Once again. Because that is going to be a lot more block for us. Let's roll. More healing herbs. Amazing. One more roll. We finally got ourselves an Elfin Rune. And a Mana Orb. 2. But yeah, this is going to be our final setup. Now, it actually turned out to be a hell of a lot of fun. From Cheese Goobert, to Frostbite, to Snow Stick, to a Shepherd's Crook, to some Dragon Skin Boots, to Amethyst Steel with a Moon Armor, and a Stone Golem of all things. But hey, let's go and see, are we going to be able to win out? Are we going to actually lose? We're going to slow this one down. We are going to begin a Moon Armor, Moon Shields, with that part of Moon, so they're going to be inflicting a lot of debuffs back on us. But our corrupted armor is going to come in super clutch, cleansing those debuffs and inflicting them back. So actually, not too bad. We have tons and tons of armor. Our stone golem is proc, dealing insane amounts of damage. And also giving our snow sticks incredible amounts of damage too. A defensive builds with a lot of offense. Our opponent did get that big old burst heal. And especially with that shield as well. Our stamina is not actually looking too great. But yeah. We've stacked up a lot of buffs. And so far, amazing. But hey, we did end up with a 54 DPS, which is not too bad. It would definitely be higher only for our opponents did have a shield. As for heals, we managed to get about 323 healing in total, which is not too bad. As for heal per second, not so great though. And as for block, we managed to get about 450 in total as well. So we had about an extra 780 life in general. Also, we need to check how much max life we actually stacked up with our Cheese Goobert. 108, not crazy insane. We did survive 2 lives left. So let's go and see just how much rank points we actually manage to get. Plus 10. We're ranking this up quite nicely. But I'm going to leave it here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And I hope to keep looking for the next one. See you next time.